Let us close our eyes for a moment. With deep love, let us remember God, and we'll chant Om 3 times together. Shri Gurave Namaha. Shri Gurave Namaha. Shri Gurave Namaha. I bow to God. I bow to all the divine incarnations. I bow to all the masters of all times and all places. I bow to my beloved Gurudev. I bow to all of you and the entire creation. Good afternoon. Time is a flow, and it is constantly ticking. Tick, 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 tick. Nowadays, people are not using watch. They have one machine in the hand which shows the time. It does many work, so they are not using the wristwatch. When there was no use of wristwatch also, I grew up in village. We did not have electricity. We did not have wristwatches in the village during those days. It is a small village. In the village during those days, there were only 3 bicycles. People without watch were very punctual. And I learned punctuality, getting up very early in the morning. It was because of my own mother. She was the last person in the family to go to bed. And she was the first person to get up, completely fresh, with no complaint. And the next to her in the family to get up was me. Thank God and thank to my mother to keep this quality from childhood to get up. I became curious, how could she know almost time, because it's still dark and night, stars in the sky. How could she used to get up? No watch, nothing. Then I discovered how she gets up. She told me, when I go to bed, pray to God and bow down to God and sleep and praying to God, raise me up, wake me up after good rest. That's all. And she had good rest and she got up. If you really want to get up, there is no need of using alarm clock. No need. I keep an alarm clock till now also near my head. I never used alarm clock. Very, very rarely, and I can count few events when I have not got up before time. The purpose of telling this, even if we have wristwatch in our hands, or we have our mobile telephone which speaks of time, or people have alarm clock, people have on the wall clocks, and everywhere, even I see in West, people have also a clock in the toilet. I have seen. So how punctual we are. Are we really punctual? Now, when I speak of punctuality, one thing to reflect and to remember, we become punctual for what? For example, I have to go to work. Today is Sunday, weekend over, and Monday I have to go. So I have to get up early in the morning, I have to get ready, go to work, and so on. Do we know what is our first and foremost duty? You will tell, what is foremost duty? I have family, I have job, I'm a student, I have to go to school or university, I have some assignment, I'm unwell, I have to go to the doctor, so I have appointment. So we think this is our duty. Yes, it is duty, it is needed. But what is our first and foremost duty? And then the rest. Unfortunately, we the humans, although we consider ourselves to be very, very intelligent, and especially people in West, we think even more intelligent than others. I was hearing the conversation between some passengers in the flight. You know, it is the ears, the sound enters, and it was so it happened recently while coming back from Brazil. Our flight landed almost on closer to right time, but we could not disembark the aircraft because of some trouble, technical trouble of the, how you say, air bridge or aero bridge for connecting the. So somebody was talking and one word haunted me. That person is telling, I'm living in this place in north of Brazil, very nice place, away from the city. People are backwards. This word, I didn't like it. You see, it is a wrong concept in my thought. I thought over it. What is backward? Suppose I'm forward. I'm going towards you. I'm forward. If I'm retreating, I'm moving away from you, I'm moving backwards. Who are backward? Some are traveling a little faster in their own thinking, and some are a little slow, but all are fasting the same, walking in the same way. It is a big error in human civilization. What we call as modernization, it is not really modernization. You will tell why. So much of opportunity, availabilities, amenities. It is not modernization. Modernization is that to me. This is my personal view. No need to agree with me. Just a thought to think. That is really modernization, where there is perfect health, happiness, love, compassion, fellow feeling, no enmity, more amity. In between with the humans, in between the countries, among nature and we everywhere. That is really modernization. Perfect health everywhere, perfect happiness. You will ask, is there any time, is there any place when there was perfect condition like this? This question was asked to Gandhi. Gandhi, when he started freedom struggle and in his own way, non-violence, and he promised people of India, that once we'll get independence, we'll bring Ramarajya. Ramarajya means the condition as Lord Rama had during his time, peace, prosperity, health, happiness, everywhere, that will come to this. The British told Gandhi, it is a chaotic country. You are talking of independence, no one is ready. How they will rule this country? Gandhi said, it is none of your business. It is your duty to live, then we'll look after ourselves. However, somebody asked Gandhi, what is this Ramarajya you are talking of? He gave one example. He gave the example that if one extremely pretty, young, youthful lady, decked with lots of jewelry, at midnight, can walk very fearlessly, joyfully on the street without any apprehension of anything, just as if it is her home. She is walking. This is, to me, is Ramarajya. You'll tell, yes, it is one utopia. Our mind will think, yes, let it be. But this type of thought or concept, can there be? We are living on this earth. We are living in the most advanced country, we say. Can you imagine this? In this country? No. I read a beautiful book long ago in my 20s. In Odia, this book is also available in English. Its name is Peace Pilgrim. About one American lady who walked on foot thousands of miles all alone. Her only possession was whatever is needed, like brush, paste, on the jacket was her only possession. It's a very interesting, fascinating book. So we call this country as developed. Is it with, yes, in economic standard we'll tell it is developed, but are we safe? Are we happy? Are we healthy? Are we joyful? Are we? The answer is no. When somebody told me, I have never seen money. One person told me in late 90s, 1990s, he told, I have never seen money. I said, what do you mean? You are living in New York City, you are living in an apartment and you are doing everything, you have a job. He said, I have so much of loan, study loan, this loan, that loan. I work and it from workplace to the bank to, this loan, I don't see money at all. He told, I'm just working and working how to pay the bills. That's all. Working and to pay bills. Somebody said, I'm just working how I can have a good health plan, health insurance, and this. All, you just think, this is where we live. I was new in America. It was in 1996, November, December, during that time, after the Thanksgiving weekend. It was the first Kriya program in Detroit. So I was staying in it host's family. Some of the family members were initiated before, not that family, but their relatives, brother and father, mother. So they came to look after everything. One newly initiated dentist he was talking to the father of the family, because where I was staying is a doctor's family. So, because he saw it as a big house. So he could, looking at the house and all these, we assess the standard of living. And he asked about him and he said, I have 2 sons, 1 daughter. Says one son is a doctor, the other son is engineer, and the daughter is married to a doctor. All are living in USA. And how much bank loan you have or your son has? Because when he became a doctor, he must have a lot of loan and all. He said, no, I was born in India, I worked in India, they were born in India. I took care of all their education. Then he looked at, this was the conversation I was hearing. I was not a party. Then he said, you paid everything for your children's education? My father is very rich. He was telling. He did not pay. I am a dentist. I am to pay till now. You are very, very kind and generous. I'll take you back about this dentist. The previous 1 or 2 days before, when there was public lecture, he came to the public lecture. After the lecture, he came and he wanted to greet me. He said, Swami, you have beautiful teeth. I asked, are you a dentist? He said, yes. How could you know it? I said, because your remark was not about the discussion or topic or Kriya Yoga or the Guruji. You started with the teeth. No, you smile so beautiful. That was my intention, not of your teeth. But I am a dentist. So that is how he came to Kriya Yoga. However, come back to our original discussion. What is our foremost duty? We all have duties. For example, I'm sitting here as a teacher. I have my duty towards you. You all are sitting here as a students or disciple. You have duty towards the teacher of the lineage. We all have family, or you'll tell, you have family? Yes, we have. I have also family. Your family is small. My family is big. You'll tell which family you are talking of. You see, it is through God's grace, Guru's grace, they gave this opportunity to expand own attitude, not to be confined. This is Gurudev's expression. One day he told me, from limited company, you will be in unlimited company. He told me. You know, the old, when you make old times a company, they call public limited company, private limited company, limited company. This was used in English as expression old times. So Gurudev said, from a limited company of a small family, small world, you will have unlimited company. So, and that's true. One beauty in this life has a teacher or wandering monk, to come in contact with so many people, so many places, so many problems, so much of joy, everything. We live in one family, small children, or little small family, relatives, how many? And if you think of, for example, us, so we all have duties, everybody, but all of us have a common duty. Common means everybody is the same, and that is the foremost duty. But most of us, even if we are intelligent, educated, living in the most developed country, we are mostly ignoring it. Now the question is, what is it? What we are really ignoring? Today I was sitting and, staying alone. Rarely somebody coming below, or I opening the door, or seeing the face of somebody. Most of the time I'm in my cave. Earlier it was interesting because at that time there was no ashram. I was staying in, for example, Srinidhi Baba's home, and program is over 1 day, 2 days. If there is 3 days, only evening meditation, or sometimes no evening meditation, then go to the mountains, Sarasma with Biren Baba, or Sirinidhiji with Pratimama, driving to the mountain. And so this is the only place where I went out. Other places, no. And those who have come from other places, they also know I don't go out. So here I am inside the room. So when you are in room, and no mobile telephone, no internet, no email, no communication with anybody, just what to do? You have to do something, meditate, or do exercise, or lie down, or write, or read, or you have to spend. So one thought haunted me today. The thought is discrimination. Thought is discrimination. And this is a very interesting word. The word discrimination. It has a positive approach, it has a negative approach, and mostly people are busy in thinking the negative approach. There is discrimination. Somebody says there is discrimination in India, somebody says there is discrimination in USA, somebody, to know my stupidity, I will tell you. I was sitting in one airport to take the flight. It was intercontinental flight. So in that place, there are few airlines to carry people to USA. So United, American, and other airlines. So somebody's announcing American only, American only, American only. I was thinking, I was new. At that time, I was thinking, oh God, now also discrimination in the airlines. They take passenger Americans only. We know the word discrimination, so there is no need to describe more about discrimination, but the discrimination, its positive use, it's really, really very beautiful. Really beautiful. Discrimination is the attitude to distinct, to separate, to screen out, to divide. It is, what is this attitude? In the path of yoga, path of meditation, path of knowledge, path of Vedanta, this word discrimination is considered as a divine quality that every sincere seeker should have. This discrimination in the technical language of Vedanta or yoga, it is called as viveka. Viveka. Discrimination, that word. So now I correlate with our duty. In duty to discriminate, what is my first and foremost duty? Just to think. This discrimination. That's how, what is my duty? This is my first duty. Lord Hanuman, in one jump, leapt over the entire ocean and reached Lanka. And with the mission, we tell there are different missions the country might have. So, space mission. So, Lord Hanuman had one mission. The mission, Sita, to trace her. She's abducted, kidnapped, and where she is, but she reached, Hanuman reached Lanka. And where is she? How to find? And how to meet her? And it is very, very well fortified and well protected, well guarded. You can't imagine the modern description of radar, space cam, all this, everything was there. You will tell, really? If you take, it is a story, fiction, let it be. But this fiction was written nearly 8,000 years ago. If the fiction is written nearly 8,000 years ago, how could they imagine? However, in the night time, Hanuman, assuming a very minute form of, tiny, cute monkey, tried to enter and was trapped. Even a tiny monkey, I saw, tiny monkey in Brazil. We were there, I think in Brasilia. We were there for a lunch in a farmhouse. And the food was placed on the, outside that open house, only, I don't know its name. The food is on the table. I am sitting there. And I was meditating with eyes open. Then I found some tiny animals coming and taking one salad leaf, iceberg lettuce. Who are those? They're cute tiny monkeys. That was my smallest size, and that is that species. Very cute and like mouse. So they're coming quietly and taking one in the hand and looking here and there and going up, another coming, another going. I didn't try to drive them away. I didn't try to call the host because they're enjoying. Let them enjoy. Even a tiny monkey was traced by, Ravana's security. Anyhow, it entered. Whole night roamed everywhere. Inside the palace, in the inner apartment of the king, everywhere, in the bedroom, found the queens lying down. This, he was first thinking, oh God, I'm a brahmachari. How can I go inside the house and looking at the women searching for Sita? Then she said, duty first. And duty is for the highest cause. However, when he came with failure mission, he could see and got knowledge of the kingdom, knowledge of all other things, but other than tracing Mother Sita, came to a house. He heard the voice is coming from the house. Ram, 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 Ram. He heard what? There is one expression in Odia language, Lankare Hari Shabda. To hear the name of God in the kingdom of Asuras, the demons, it is like a dream. And what he did, Ravana, is Hanuman. What Hanuman did, he assumed the form of a Brahmin there and wanted to meet who is this person, who is chanting the name of my Lord. So surely he is dear to my Lord. And early in the morning, now I'm not going to tell further. The story is when we get up from bed, which thought is coming to our head? Just to think. When we get up from our bed, the first thought, which thought is coming to our head? Is it God? Or is it body? Or is it job? Is it family? Is it which thought? This shows our own state of being, our quality, our nature, our habit, our behavior, our priority, the first thought of the day. There is a story. The story is once one man came to a king's palace, spoke all languages, and so fluently, it is very difficult to understand what the mother tongue of this man is. Any language, it is as if his own language. For example, I speak my English. People can, oh, his English is this English, Indian English, and so on. But that man, for example, even in English, he spoke all dialects. With people from Texas speaking their dialect, people with, all dialects, everything. What is his mother tongue? He said, that is the trick. If anybody can tell what is my mother tongue, that's why I'm here. If you have wise, and during those days, so wise people were traveling from kingdom to meet wise people and to have discussion. And then he said, that is my speciality, if anybody can tell. Then they discussed how to know. There was one intelligent man. He said, I will do it. I will take him for a trip to show the city, and suppose he is taking in his car and driving him, and he intentionally put the car in such a, bumpy roads, and he spontaneously from his mouth came, oh God. And he said, oh, he's German. G-O-T-T. But when one is stumbling, which sound is coming out of the mouth? From which language? Somebody told me, you have mastered a language. There is a sign. Do you know how? That person told me, it was in Europe, told me, if you dream in that language, then you have mastered the language. It is interesting. If you can dream in the language, you have mastered the language or you love the language, that's why you dream in that language. However, come back. What is our foremost duty? We discussed earlier, in earlier classes, we came to this world alone. Swamiji, we are twins. So we didn't come alone. We came two together. Yes, you are two together, but born alone. In natural delivery, one is one after the other. We came alone. In deep sleep, we sleep alone. Even if the wife and husband, they're sleeping on the same bed, but when they sleep alone, not together, in sleep. And we are sitting and meditating all together, for example, but our meditation is also alone. It is not we all are meditating together. When you close your eyes, you are alone. Whether people have left or sitting here, you don't know if you are really meditating. I was practicing meditation. It was not guided meditation. It was during my young age. The meditation class is over and I'm meditating. So when I opened my eyes, I found I sat facing the altar. I am facing the other side. So during my meditation, my body has moved. And you know how? I'll not explain this. It happens many people, those who really practice without opening their eyes, they know it, especially Kriya techniques. So I opened my eyes sitting alone in the dark room and facing the other side of the wall, because I became conscious when I opened my eyes and then I started looking at the wall. That was the first experience of going deep into meditation. And it is already quite late. So we meditate alone, and ultimately we have to live alone. We came from the mother's womb with the body. We came from the mother's womb with the body, unfortunately. We have to leave the body here. We cannot take it with us, except if we were like Jesus ascended. Yudhishthira went with his body to heaven. I don't think we are so blessed or fortunate to go with the body. So we have to leave the body. The body which we call as so near and dear, we have to leave it here. The body, everybody saw, they loved, some people hugged, and once the body is dead, even if they come and bow, or somebody can go and kiss the dead body, but for how long? The body will decompose. Body will smell bad. The same beautiful body, and so on. My dear ones, we came possessing nothing. Here we live with lots of possessions, and my bag is quite heavy. One day I was flying from Frankfurt to India. Big suitcases, heavy suitcases, and to lift up the Lady in the counter looked at me and said, "Sir, you must be a perfect gentleman." I asked, "Why?" I became curious. I said, "Why do you say this? Why?" He said, "The ladies are lifting up your bags and putting on the scale. Heavy bags I see. And there's..." So another time in the airport, what is there in your bag? Is it gold or stones or what is all bags heavy? I said, "It's all books." It's all books. And do you know what happens? For example, I came here. Okay, I'll carry this book to read. I will carry that book to be useful in writing for reference and this. Whichever nowadays I cut down, no, not this, I'll take little, still then I carry, but I don't use it. But I carry it. And that is human mind. We do it. We carry many things. We may not use. We cannot carry anything with us. Do you know what we'll carry? Be careful. There is a beautiful verse in Sanskrit. Dhanani grihe pasavascha goshthe bhariya gruhadwari janaha smasane dehas chitayam paraloka marge karmanugo gacchati jiva ekaha. Whatever wealth you have accumulated will stay inside the home or in the bank. If you have pet animals, domestic animals, they will be in their own place. In old Indian tradition, the wife will come near the doorstep when they carry the dead body out. Will not go to the cremation ground. During those days, they are not going. Your friends and relatives will come to the cremation ground, but up to that. The body will come to the pyre or for burial there. You have to go alone, carrying the load of your own karma. Nothing else. My dear ones, please. We have come to this world because of some past karmas. Otherwise, we would not have come. And in this journey of life, every day, what type of karma we are creating with our thoughts, words, and action. How much load we are increasing. Load of karma. It's subtle, but really heavy. Heavy penalty, heavy duty, heavy customs, heavy, everything troublesome. And this is what is happening. So again, come back. Why we are increasing all this load? You will tell, Swamiji, first I thought it is useful. I thought my mind is telling this, that person is nasty, that person is horrible. Whatever he is or she is, let he be. What is my thing? Why to think of all this? If the person is not so nice to me, I'll maintain a little distance, but I'll pray for the person. Let God show you the right path. I'll not be unhappy or angry, or by being unhappy and angry, I am again increasing karma, because thinking is also karma. Thinking is karma. Be careful. I heard a story. It is not a story, a real happening narrated. It sounds like a story. Just thought. One who was narrating, his relative who's passed through this experience. He was the one who described, he was my colleague. He was a professor. He told his relative when he was young engineer, having his government job, touring job of, inspecting construction and all these. He was bachelor staying in his government residence and going in his jeep, the vehicle. So found some people are assembled roadside cremation ground. He got down and he went to see what has happened. So many people, extremely young, beautiful lady is dead. Really beautiful. The thought came to him, strange thought. If she would have been alive, I would have married her. This is not story. This happened. Then he came back. He has to go for pills. From that day, something happened. When he came to his, he was staying all alone in that residence. He came and opened the door. He found everything is organized in the room, the dress folded, everything is done. He got shocked. Who is doing this? If there is dirty plates, the plates are cleaned. Everything's done. This happened every day. He got a little suspicious, scared. Is anybody coming and having duplicate key and entering? He asked the watchman, is there anybody coming? Nobody. Then what happened? His marriage proposal, any marriage proposal, nothing. His transfer, any transfer, no transfer. He's at one place for quite a few years. No marriage, no transfer, and all these things happening. He really became more and more suspicious, and what is going on? He talked to somebody who knows some, having some power to know. He said it is some supernatural force working on you. Since when it is happening, and he wanted to know. He said I exactly remember the date and the day, and this was what happened. He said, he told everything. He said, maybe that spirit. It sounds like it's horror story or but it happened to that person. He said, do a little puja, pray to her to help you. And he did that puja, prayed to her, be kind to me because I have my life, I have to move forward. And things stopped. He got married. First he got transferred, then got married. The last happening, it is again little sensational. The first night with his wife, after marriage, first night, he felt somebody's in the room. He felt this young man. The wife asked, why you are behaving like this? No, I will tell you. But no, because he had all this experience from before. Then he saw, not the wife, he saw two hands coming with a necklace and dropping on the bed, disappeared. That was the last. And that necklace, when it was real, when it dropped, the wife saw this, and the wife told, what is this? Then their first night spent with this discussion, what really happened in his life all these years. Just a thought. Just a thought, and this happened to him. And in this life, forget in how many different types of thoughts, good or bad, we have been entertaining in our lives. What type of words we have been using towards others, either in their presence, in their absence, day and night we speak. Which type of words do we really use? And then the activities. Coming back again to our theme or topic, what is our foremost duty? The foremost duty, you all know, I am not going to tell, but we have to live. Live in that love, that God consciousness, that prayer. And we have to change ourselves. There is no other way. Otherwise, it is okay. You want to make your journey long, or you want to make your journey cut short. It depends upon you. Choice is yours. You have to, nobody will help you. The Guruji will show the way, the path. You have to walk. Scriptures teach what to do. We have to do what is to be done. With our ego, with our pride, with our emotion, with our authority, possession, possessiveness, with our insecurity, with our fear, we, instead of holding God, we are holding to our own old habits, old mind, and the result is suffering. It is in our hand what we want. We want to continue, prolong, little joy, more suffering, little joy, more suffering, or to truly proceed to change ourselves, our life, in whichever condition we are. With our family, we have to, how to live a better, happy life. In our work, whatever work job we have, how we can work in a better way. In every condition, and personally, how sincere I am inwardly for my own inner awakening. मुख में हो राम नाम, राम सेवा हाथ में, कोई तेरे नहीं प्यारे, श्री राम तेरे साथ में, धन्यवाद निर्विवाद राम नाम कहिए, जाहि विधि रखे राम, ताहि विधि रहिए. Keep the name of the Lord in the mouth. Keep your mind at the feet of the Lord. Let your hand do its duty as the service to the Lord. Even if you are taking care of the family, taking care of the baby, whatever we do, remember, nobody is really yours except God. You'll tell, my husband, my wife, yes, they are here, but ultimately, we have to live with them, live with everybody, but keeping the mind always in God. Let us close our eyes for a moment. With deep love, let us think of God. Let us pray to God. Oh God, help me. I am your child, forgetting again and again. Still, I am trying, although my effort is not so sincere, but I'll put full effort to change myself. To change myself is my foremost duty. To turn my inner our mind towards you is my foremost duty. Through every activity, to love you is my foremost duty. To love everybody in the family as your presence, your gift is my foremost duty. To love you in all, to serve all as you is my foremost duty. Bless me, O Gurudev, to be on this path faithfully with love. I bow to you again and again. I bow to God. I bow to all the divine incarnations. I bow to all the masters of all times and all places. I bow to my beloved Gurudev. I bow to all of you and the entire creation. Let there be peace, progress, and prosperity everywhere. Om. Amen.